What if you were told that the gap between the rich and the poor in the United States is only widening with time? Would that surprise you? Let's dive into the numbers. As of 2022, the poverty rate in the United States has seen a decline, falling to 8.7%. Encouragingly, the median household income has risen to $80,292, yet beneath these figures lurks a less optimistic reality. Income inequality continues to be a stubborn issue. The top 1% of income earners in the country received, on average, 15 times more income than the lowest 20%. A disparity that is difficult to ignore. And then there's the pandemic. This global crisis has left no part of our society untouched, exacerbating poverty and income inequality. Communities of color have been particularly impacted, bearing a disproportionate share of the economic fallout. Although the poverty rate has seen a decline, the persisting income inequality paints a stark picture of the economic landscape in the United States. Have you ever considered the economic implications of the lack of affordable childcare in the United States? The question may seem simple, but the answers are complex and far-reaching. Imagine a cliff, a childcare cliff, with an impending termination of the Child Care Stabilization Program, a $24 billion fund that has been a lifeline for over 70,000 daycare centers, preschools, and childcare centers. Its end could signal the closure of these institutions, leaving countless families without necessary support. Now consider this: the lack of affordable and sufficient childcare costs the U.S. economy an estimated $122 billion annually. This burden doesn't fall evenly across society. It disproportionately affects women, particularly women of color, who often find themselves missing work due to childcare responsibilities. But how does the United States, a global powerhouse, compare to other nations in terms of childcare investment? The comparison is stark. The U.S. spends an average of $500 per child annually, a stark contrast to the $16,000 spent by other countries within the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development. The childcare crisis is not just a family issue, it is an economic issue that is deeply intertwined with poverty and social inequality. Did you know that institutional investors have played a significant role in perpetuating income inequality? These investors have been complicit in the growing income disparity through their permissive say-on-pay voting records. This means they often approve outsized executive compensation packages, further widening the gap between the rich and the poor. In fact, in 2022, CEOs of S&P 500 companies received an average total compensation of $16.7 million. This is a whopping 272 times higher than the median worker's pay. This isn't just a problem for the average worker, it's a concern for some of the wealthiest people in our society. Billionaires like Bill Ackman, Ray Dalio, Paul Tudor Jones II, and Warren Buffett have all voiced concerns about the risks posed by income inequality. They understand that such disparity threatens the stability of our society and the sustainability of our economic system. It's clear that income inequality is a pressing issue in the United States, and its solution requires the collective effort of all sectors of society, including institutional investors.